Hello, Mr. Temporary Police Chief. This is Marcel with IrnieracingNews. So have the police seized any firearms and ammunition and body vests since your police intervention in Ottawa? I asked because we saw you guys put brand new guns on the table and blame it at the Coots border and said there was an insurrection. But when asked about evidence, there was none, and you said there was rhetoric. So what's going on with Ottawa and guns?
So what I can tell you is that we have several criminal investigations ongoing that relate to the seizure of weapons. I don't have specifics on any of those investigations.
Several police investigations, but you don't have specifics? What do you mean? Aren't you the temporary police chief? Shouldn't you know something?
Because they're not yet complete and there is no charges resulting from them.
Oh, so you don't have any charges. So you mean you don't have any evidence?
When we do have that, we will provide that information.
So you're never going to provide that because you don't have any evidence. So next question. What methods did you use today that were different from yesterday? So like not running over people with horses and not pushing against the protesters, the Canadian people. And you were wearing helmets yesterday and had batons, and I seen footage that you guys were jabbing people and pushing on them and then running over them with horses. So what's new today?
How dare you!
Oh my God.
Yeah, we've been pretty clear from the beginning. We're actually not going to discuss the tactics we use. One of the things that you've seen that we've been engaged in is we're monitoring. We've learned from previous protests and demonstrations. We're monitoring the coverage.
Monitoring the coverage? What are you watching my YouTube channel?
One of the tactics that the protesters and demonstrators are using is misinformation. Information that is inaccurate, information that misleads the public.
Now, isn't the word misinformation just code word for censorship?
We're actively tweeting and providing information out through social media and other media mechanisms.
Mechanisms?
In order to be able to try and get accurate, factual information around.
Accurate? Factual? Do you even know what these words mean?
What is going on within the protest without actually divulging any police tactics.
You mean police brutality tactics? Okay, next question. So you're talking about you're using your social media to tell the people what's going on. And let's look at your tweet where you said a bicycle was thrown at horses' feet and you arrested people for, causing, hurting a police vehicle or whatever you want to call it. So what actually happened there? Where's the bicycle?
So thank you. When you talk about misinformation, that's specifically one of the demonstrations for us of that. What happened is the crowd was escalating around the police. There was tension that was continuing to escalate between our public order unit members and the demonstrators on the line that was resulting in increased aggression by the demonstrators.
The crowd was causing tension, escalating around the police? I think the crowd was there first.
We're allowed to be here.
Guys, they're shoving.
And the police were pushing against the crowd with body armor and batons and pepper spray.
These people are holding the line right here. These are the strong Canadians. These are the people that stand for you. Every single one of you. They're holding the line against these tyrants. What? Oh, there we go.
Use that button! Come on,
I fucking dare you! I fucking dare you!
Pepper sprayed this lady in the face.
Are you okay? No, water. Water makes it worse.
okay. Don't. You medic! Medic! Someone pepper sprayed her!
Pepper spray! Medic! We need a medic! We need a medic! We need a medic! We need a medic!
Relax. Calm down, buddy.
Just pepper sprayed right in the face, just like her. It didn't look like she had stepped in at all towards the person who pepper sprayed. I hope somebody got a picture of that.
Hold my hand. She got sprayed. Hold my hand. Bring her back with me, okay? Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Two ladies getting pepper sprayed right in the face, like right in the eyes.
Hey. Someone just say
Keep her eyes on the one with the pepper spray. 9255 being the one that pepper sprayed the two ladies in the face, or at least one of them.
And then brought in the horse brigade, no?
Members of the mounted public order unit rode through the crowd that created separation and lowered the temperature and...
They rode through the crowd and lowered the temperature? What are you, baking a pie?
And circumstances that existed there so as not to escalate force. Almost immediately there was tweets, there was pictures that had been photoshopped out on social media that indicated people had died as a result of that. The horses had run over somebody with a walker in the crowd.
Oh my God, sorry. Did you just say photoshopped? There's video. You can't Photoshop video. You need a video editing program. And there's not many people that can turn a bicycle into a push walker and turn a lady into an old lady using a push walker on the ground. So what are you talking about?
What I can indicate is there was two members of the protesters who did collide with the horses. They fell down.
The protesters collided with the horse? This is how you explain that? Should we watch the video footage again? Is it not that the horses were driven blind? The horses are blind, and the guys behind the reins and the woman behind the reins drove the horses. They steered the horses into these people. Is that not more correct? You can't Photoshop the video.
Here we go. Here come the horses. Hold the line. Okay. Oh, come on through. Come on through. What is happening here? Wow. What is this lady doing? Trampling. Trampling horses. Trampling. Stop it. Stop it. What? Oh my God! They just trampled this lady. They just trampled that lady. They just fully trampled that lady. They just fully trampled that lady.
They immediately got back up and started to again engage in their protest and demonstration activity.
Immediately got back up? This old woman and this guy that got stepped on by a horse immediately got back up and began to protest again? What are you, a fucking alien, dude? Wake the fuck up. You're just a piece of shit.
This is what we're doing it for. So they all can have peace and love and happiness. Peace, love, happiness.
Amen. Amen.
Peace, love,
Happiness. Peace.
You're breaking my heart. This is peace, love, and happiness. Peace. We are at peace with protest. We are at peace with protest.
Hold the line!
Here comes the horses. They have the horses coming. Hey, stand down! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look what what you did! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her! You trampled a lady who was inaccessible! Shame on you! Shame on every one of you! Shame on you! On you! You just a lady who was a walker! She had a walker and she just got crushed. They just trampled a lady with a walker. Shame on you guys! Shame on you! What are you doing?
Stay peaceful!
Shame on you guys! You just trampled a walker!
That is one of the circumstances where, as we monitor it, we're identifying this information and as quickly as we can providing accurate, real information about what is occurring on the ground.
Do you even know what the word accurate means?
Sorry, but was a bike actually thrown at a horse? Because there are images online that perhaps it was someone else's electronic wheelchair.
So we'll have to get more specific information on that for you, and I'll be able to provide more in coming days.
So let me re-ask, was there an actual bicycle that was thrown at the horse?
So we'll have to get more specific information on that for you, and I'll be able to provide more in coming days.
Well, if you want more specific information, do you want me to email you the video or send you a Google link or something? It's on YouTube too. Just check it out.
Provide more in coming days.
Okay, next question. So you say you've arrested 170 people in the last 2 days? How many people have you actually pressed or laid charges against?
So we're continuing to, one step is the arrest, the next step is the processing and charging.
Cat got your tongue?
Of those individuals. We haven't yet pulled together and identified the number of charges that we've laid, but that will be released to the media and to the public as soon as it's available.
As soon as it's available? So like never? Because you don't have any charges? So what about how we've seen people who were let go? So you arrested people, put them in the paddy wagon, drove them 10 to 20 kilometers outside of town and let them go? What's going on with that?
So what I can indicate again is we've arrested 170 people. We'll continue to do the investigations, and as we've identified those that are charged and those that may be released unconditionally, those numbers, we'll provide them to the media.
So more smoke and mirrors. You're not going to answer the question? Why are you even up here? Get off the damn podium. You're useless. Okay, one last question. So what is the cost of having these extra 1,500 officers coming from Quebec and Ontario to attack the Canadian citizens that just want have a non-communistic rule? So what is this costing us? How much are we paying to be attacked and brutalized by the police of Canadian bullshitters?
So it's something that's very important to us. We know that this is going to be an extremely expensive operation. We've already talked to our federal and provincial partners about how at the end of the day we will look at having money provided to the police service for that. Those discussions are ongoing.
Oh, more greasy.
We continue to track our costs. Our partners continue to work with us to identify the costs of policing to actually manage this event, and at the culmination of it, we'll be able to provide accurate figures.
Well, I'm glad somebody's tracking their costs, because so far we haven't seen what the Liberal government has spent on anything, and they won't tell us where all the money went during this pandemic bullshit.
Just to remind all journalists, one question. Thank you.
Okay, I got no more questions for people that don't answer questions. So goodbye, interim police chief. Hope we never see you again.